years old, was still the park's signature attraction, and it had operated efficiently and without incident since its opening. However, this streak would not last long. On June 15, 1987, a train entering Orient Express's station slammed into another train that was still holding passengers. 9 guests were injured in the incident, 8 with neck injuries and bruises, and 1 with back to
Right, should be streaming.
Firefighters quickly using ladders to bring guests from the elevated track down to the ground, while other guests climbed from platform to reach the station. The exact cause of the accident is not revealed, but it is suspected that the high-capacity procedures were to blame. Employees were known to override brakes and manually push trains in and out of the station. A year later, in 1988, the train alarm was removed. While its closure was disappointing to many fans, Worlds of Fun would make the new coaster
no, not loads of fun,
and make them forget all about it.
Full target scheme is MySQL.
It was the park's longest coaster, and coaster enthusiasts celebrated its debut. It would also be the last coaster to open under Hunt's management.
That's not good.
In 1995, Hunt and his company would sell their entertainment notions of funds to the popular regional theme park chain, Cedar Fair. Hunt's company claimed that the deal was to transfer the
Let's hope I can remember what the password was from like 9 years ago. What a line.
Cedar Fair wasted no time in making it their home, and the new owners removed the Zambies and Zimmer in 1997. And the 205-foot-tall Monarch
What's up?
debuted in 1998. The new coaster once again.
There's some chocolate here if you want some. Chocolate, just there.
The ambitious steel coaster would quickly become a favorite of guests.
Want that chocolate?
Coasters to draw.
No, I said there's some chocolate.
The Mamba,
How many bars are in there?
Not much.
Nah, give one to that.
Don't mind, we've ordered
Have you? Oh, nice.
On July 17,
Well done, you.
1899, the 2 rear cars of the train on the Orient Express derailed as it
Oh,
traveled
nice.
to the station. The passengers in those cars were
She's just chatting to her.
The rescue took 2 hours, as guests
very
were
wordy.
carefully removed from their seats and lowered to the ground. Rumors quickly spread that 2 people jumped from the dangling cars in fear, but this was never confirmed by authorities or park officials. In total, 13 guests were taken to the hospital, but all were released without serious injuries. Inspections after the accident showed internal fatigue.
This looks like it's important.
The unusual fracture was unlikely to be spotted during inspections, as it wasn't noticeable from the outside. Even if it had been seen, there was no guarantee that a thorough inspection would have taken place. At the time, Missouri was one of 12 U.S. states that had no inspection regulations for permanent amusement park attractions. Despite the incident, the Orient Express would continue to operate into the 2000s. But the over 20-year-old
So it was the 22nd of November,
as with many Aerosteel
2010.
the ride experience became more rough in its later years, and the recent incident had clouded the reputation of the once crowned.
I think what had happened was
Despite all of these warning signs,
we'd
fans
gone
were
over
shocked
to
that the coaster would not reopen during the
WordPress.
2004 season, operating for the last time on October 26, 2003. There was no announcement prior to its closure, and the coaster was already being dismantled at the end of the 2003 season. The park's official announcement, coming a few days after the ride's closure, stated that extremely high maintenance costs and plans for new attractions in the area are what sparked the decision.
God, this
During
thing
the
went slow, and I
announcement,
reckon it's
Cedar Fair
because of
announced the
this.
addition of a new coaster, Spinning Dragons.
There's a lot of stuff going on
Based
here.
part of the Orient
Okay,
Express's former site. The new attraction will be a spinning coaster, the second of its kind. It would have rotating cars, with 4 inward-facing guests spinning on an independent axis throughout the ride. The coaster was not nearly as ambitious as the Orient Express, and it reached the short max height of 54 feet and only lasted around a minute and a half. The new coaster would debut.
What's annoying is I did this ages ago, like
unlike the
so
opening at the time
long
of the
ago.
Mamba, the addition did not distract fans
And it
from
took
the Orient
forever.
Express's closure. Luckily, Cedar Fair had another ride up their sleeve, and just 2 years later in 2006, the inverted B&M coaster Patriot would debut, utilizing more of the land freed by the removal of the Orient Express. The new coaster excited fans and drew
Scottish
large
birdie.
crowds. While dedicated fans were still upset at the Orient Express's removal, the investment in the $14 million coaster was widely celebrated.
Curly
Years
Wurly.
later in 2009, a new wooden coaster, the Prowler, would debut, receiving praise from enthusiasts and positive reactions from park guests. Sadly, this was the last new coaster that Worlds of Fun has introduced. Now in 2018, nearly a decade after the opening of the Prowler, Worlds of Fun has stagnated.
I hope it hasn't crashed.
Only 6
Well,
major coasters: Prowler,
the button here says stop, so I'm going to see if it has.
Dragons, Patriot, and Boomerang. A Vekoma Blue
Oh,
coaster that had been
fuck
added
me.
in 2000. Worlds of Fun is not Cedar Fair's first
Oh,
ride.
no, come big
Or
button,
should it
probably.
be? But having been 9 years without a new coaster, local park goers can't help but feel ignored.
Okay.
It is a far cry from the years following the debut of the Orient Express. And with a lack of variety and no foreseeable additions, fans are becoming more and more nostalgic for the fallen coaster.
Okay,
Worlds of
so
Fun is not forgotten about the former ride either. And on top of continuing to sell merchandise related to the ride, there are a few
servers
games
up apparently.
One is the use of the Orient Express's chicken exit sign in the queue for the Timberwolf. and another is the utilization of the Orient Express's former queue and ride tunnel, that the fund now uses as a Halloween place. As we continue our travels in this exciting season of the Funkland, it's important for all of us to recognize how special
Old Blue
theme parks and themed entertainment is, especially considering how different our paths are. For many, you grew up near Walt Disney World.
This is true, Birdie. This was literally 5 fucking seconds away, man. That's a beautiful image. But yeah, that's all the admin accounts, because there were 5 admin accounts for the old 3D Palace. As you can see, they were named Old Blue Wee, Root, and Root. Old Blue Wee, unless I'm mistaken, was the user for...
Some interesting stories.
This is also true, Captain Enigma. Those are, let me think, that would have been the website. That was the emails. Then that was the security account. That was the WP account for some fucking thing. I can't remember what it was. Don't mind me smoking this perfectly innocent rolled up cigarette. Right. So let's see. Status. System variables. Okay, well, got that. I'm not interested in that bullshit. Tables could not be fetched. Views could not be fetched. Why could tables not be fetched? Where's my database? I want to see it. Where's my internet? Oh, fuck off. What did PHP my admins installed locally? Just going to find out. No. That's my, no, nothing there. No, well, that didn't fucking work. Right, there it is, Old Blue Primary.
Oh, certainly.
And OCS and OCS2 with the backups.
Delivering to you Mr. Barry Boswick and Mr. Richard Kind. If you'll just sign for them. Yeah, right on.
There it is. That is all the stuff.
Hi, Michael. Richard. Hi, Michael. Barry. So? Yeah,
including PHP
list. The big cheese at the Disneyland Resort. The big cheese. I'm not the big. I wish I was the big cheese. This is the big cheese.
To here.
Hi, fellas. I've been looking for you all day. I want to give you a personal tour of Disney's California Adventure.
Fucking hell, that's terrifying. I think Mickey Mouse was going away on the screen. Okay, so include create schema.
So, Mickey,
well, I need to create schema.
I love that guy. I want to go on.
Yeah, that do. Okay, so I'm going to start export.
You know, Mickey, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful theme park. You betcha.
It wasn't. And now the story of a company
fuck it, let's go for it anyway, see what happens.
Who just couldn't seem to catch up.
Continue anyway.
Right. It is the Funkland.
Dumps. That is.
On July 17th, 1955, Disneyland opened its gates to the public, and along with elaborate theming, it had an expansive, magical parking lot. Due to its placement in Anaheim, Disneyland's land was far from sprawling. This made the parking lot prime real estate for any kind of expansion, including a potential second gate. While a variety of concepts for the park were proposed over the years, it wouldn't be until 1982 that the Walt Disney Company would seriously begin to consider. On October 1st of that year, Epcot Center in Orlando, Florida's Walt Disney World opened. This created the Walt Disney World Resort as it's known today, and it made a multi-day vacation to the resort necessary if guests were going to explore all of the offerings. 2 years later, in 1984, it was becoming increasingly clear that, despite Epcot's success, Disney as a company was not doing well. A string of box office failures from their studio and big-budget projects for the parks had brought Disney to the lowest point in the company's
history. Why am I typing this?
And many fear to take over.
It's my typical method of like mashing keys and hoping it works. I don't think that's going to work somehow.
Was brought in as the company's new
CEO.
Yeah. Eisner had big plans for the company. The most notable of which were to turn the company's family studios around, make the existing Disney parks more appealing to older audiences, expand internationally with the
Windows
addition
10
of
man for the first time,
and finally make Anaheim a multi-day resort with the addition of
personal stuff.
In 1987, Walt Disney Company acquired the
personal stuff for you fuckers.
Decades earlier, in the mid-1950s, Walt Disney had asked oil tycoon and television producer
just don't look at that case, it was filled with porn.
Since Disney lacked the funds, having spent most of his money constructing Disney. Since then, and up until Disney's acquisition in 1987, the Rather Corporation had owned the Disneyland Hotel and property near the theme park. The obvious next step.
The thing is, I can't really load up this back file of SQL onto the live database
And it might have
on
been
3D Palace,
had Eisner not been distracted.
because it's going to be too big for a start.
Apart from the Disneyland Hotel,
And even if I do load it on,
also owned the
what the hell am I going to use to open it?
a retired ocean liner that was permanently docked in Long Beach, California. After Disney acquired the Rather Corporation, Eisner became interested in transforming the community and surrounding land into a new resort called Port Disney. Port Disney was to feature hotels, a cruise ship dock, and an all-new ocean-themed amusement park called Disney Sea. Eisner pitted the cities of Anaheim and Long Beach against one another, trying to decide whether to build Disney Sea.
To explain, Birdie, I'll just turn down the history of Disneyland that's going on the other screen.
In January 1990.
There. Right, so
however, the citizens of
the old 3D Palace forum dump of 2010, when I decided to change to WordPress. What I want to do is I want to take this lovely, beautiful file here, and I want to convert that into going to 3D Palace tomorrow. Oh, Disneyland! Shit, sorry, yeah. Gotta remember there's lag. Yeah, they'll have a fucking great time. You should be going. I don't know why you're not going, but if you say it's too like, you know, little person stuff, I might have to beat you with a stick. Yeah, see? Lag. I got that bit. See, you're seeing the bit you typed 2 minutes ago and you're feeling really frustrated now. By the way, if anyone wants a Venom t-shirt, look at that, it's like a 3D Palace giveaway. Oh, it's not here. Yeah, I got a Venom t-shirt through the post, and yeah, Amanda doesn't like Venom, so gonna do take the 3-year-old with you, Jesus. So gonna, if anyone wants it, you can have it. It's pay postage. One black Venom t-shirt in large, unworn. Right, I need to have a look at my databases. So, databases. PHP, my admin. I'm not going to put the PHP, my admin, obviously, on the screen that I'm sharing, because hilarious as it would be, obviously, it would be a very bad idea. Right, so I can import the file as a zip. Time for some fun here. So, let's try and find the file, what I had. Now it's saying this is it, but this is from 2010, and if I load this up, it's going to have all my new users with me. Yeah, this is true, Birdie. But, you know, lovely and comfy. Where the fuck's that file? Why didn't it open? Okay, so MySQL, yet again. Might have to re-import that database. Bit of a bugger, but there you go. Database. Oh, here it is. Now, in theory, I should already have this thing like set up. Yeah, see, all there. All blue primary. This was to be the show building to one of California Adventure's signature attractions. Create table like. Yeah, that sounds horrible. You can all fuck off. As guests boarded the attraction, they would be greeted by Michael Eisner himself. There's all got too many words in it. Okay, so I need to now export my data. And I'm going to go and just export all blue primary. I'm not interested in the users or the systems. I'm going to include create the schema. It could be, sorry, Camping, but
according to Disney historian, the ride system would have been a combination of a traditional dark ride and a family-friendly roller coaster. The ride would have also included a variety of jokes and gags. For instance, guests would fly past the famous tail of the hot dog stand with a large man and rhinestones trading sounds of hot dogs.
Right, here we are.
Elvis Presley's sporting Western Winter Party. The ride ended with guests reaching the Chinese theater, only to have Eisner tell them that he would have to cancel the contract because they had been caught by the paparazzi. Then, a picture taken of guests while on the ride would be shown, cropped into a tabloid.
Okay, well, presumably I can export this locally, which I'm doing.
Which is the gift shop and exit to the attraction, where fake Oscars, and t-shirts would have been sold. The original concept of Superstar Limo was nothing groundbreaking, but it seemed that it would have been a fun dark ride that would have fit perfectly in the Hollywood section of the park. However, the mid-90s version of the attraction would not be the one the guests experienced when the park opened. And this time, it wasn't Eisner's fault.
There you go. No, that's okay, dude. Like so. I'm really streaming this so that everyone can watch the horrible way that I do this, which is just terrible. By the way, you don't want to know how horribly simple that password was. I needed to export the data anyway so I can extract the working bits from it. The problem is, you see, that in like obviously 8 years there's been a lot of security updates for databases and all that funky shit. So
top contenders were the great movie ride, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, or Rock and Roller Coaster, which at the time was still in development. Of these, the Tower of Terror was probably considered to be the top contender. As
right, export extract completed. We couldn't get everything out, so let's see what it has got. Nothing whatsoever. Fantastic. So, couldn't execute select column name, blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Right. I can see you and I are not going to be friends, MySQL.
The Imagineers had a few solutions. One, remove most of the references to popularize.
Okay.
Two, remove any high-speed element
Trying to do something
inch forward to the show.
slightly more
And
fluid.
three, add more setting-specific jokes.
Believe it or not.
The idea wasn't good, and the Imagineers considered Superstar Limo to be dead. Unfortunately, if their job was to please the boss, they had done it a little too well. Eisner, who had been in the entertainment industry for decades, adored the inside jokes of games. He loved them so much that he greenlit the new,
I seriously suggest that what I'm doing is either going to work or 3D Palace won't work anymore.
This included scrapping the Chinese theater gift shop and adding the theater as a
Probably
show
shouldn't have
scene
kicked off this process now I think about it.
After budgets were slashed even more, the theme-building exterior was scrapped in favor of a cartoonish cloud. This art style was also used within the ride itself. The only three-dimensional
Yeah, I saw that, Bertie.
But due to the lack of
It's because it's exporting it basically as a version 5.
or stars that the Walt Disney Company already had contracts with. Also,
Yeah, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to import the entire schema into the current 3D Palace database, and I'm hoping, obviously, that it won't do something stupid like try and overwrite parts of it. And, then anyway, okay. Right, get something out of that one.
Who now works for DreamWorks.
Speak no which.
Also, Eisner asked Imagineering to remove him from the ride, and the on-ride footage was replaced with a sleazy Hollywood agent barking orders at guests, proving that Superstar Limo foreshadowed more than one.
Right.
The retooled ride opened with California
Somehow thought of like better do something here.
So was it as bad as they thought it would be? Yes.
Back up.
Yes, it was.
Here and around Hollywood Boulevard, there's lots of fun and interesting places to eat and shop, all geared to bring out the Hollywood in everyone. And if you've ever wanted to be a star, then you have to ride Superstar Limo. From home and aboard your limo at LAX and journey through Malibu, Beverly Hills, Bel Air, and Hollywood, you are Hollywood's newest sensation. Hey, enjoy your 15 minutes of fame.
There we go, just grab the two backups from 3D Palace. So I've got a backup of the live server. See, the thing is, at the minute, it's been like it has been since I put it onto fucking WordPress. I just have such a disinterest in the website because it's not fun putting anything on it. And then the spam issue has just made it horrible. So,
But an accident resulted in the death of a
I'm going to start making a few tutorials again. It would be nice to have the forum back. Because it was weird, it was like 4 years I've been using Unreal Engine 4 now. And, you know, it's pretty good at it, to be fair. And I was sitting last week, broke, and I was thinking to myself, well, it's a shame I can't make tutorials anymore, because no one's interested in 3ds Max. And then I thought, well, I could just do tutorials using fucking Unreal Engine, can't I? So, I mean, I've done a few in the past that were just kind of bitty ones, but it'd be nice to do some end-to-end stuff like that. 3ds Max off into Unreal Engine, looking good. I mean, I did a test one with that locker that I did, which I think a Chinese website actually got permission for that one, and they translated it into Chinese.
One
That's awesome.
example of this was a baggage claim.
Huge site over there.
After guests wanted to
I mean, they sell tutorials over there for like $140 and sell like thousands of copies. It's absolutely insane. And I know what you're about to say, however I don't have anything recent or interesting enough for them to be selling.
The announcer tells them to keep their hands, feet, and
I was watching online, it was about a month ago, I think, the anniversary of Jason Busby. He was bloody good.
Despite being a
I liked
creepy
Jason.
gross puppet, this turned out to be the most realistic one.
Zach now works for Epic Games as a trainer, doesn't he?
And Regis Philbin pops out of the door, fanning himself with money. Next up, Melanie Griffith with Antonio Banderas. Then immediately following, Cindy Crawford. And this is just the beginning.
In the database that I'm trying to keep, it's all the customer accounts, all the, well, you know, the database of users, posts, and all that kind of thing. I mean, if I'm going to go back and put database on, I can start with a completely empty one. But I thought, well, I'll just put the bloody posts back on, and then, you know, it'll look better. It'll certainly spider. These Google spiders the fuck out of things like that. And basically I can use that, I can post to that, and then set if this then that to pick up posts on palette. Just dump them in Facebook so I don't have to use it, 'cause I bloody hate Facebook. Yep, for bulletin, it was 4 point something. It's a very old mark. I mean, you've got to remember this was last purchased in 2010, and it was expensive then, really expensive.
Adventures right next to Disneyland. Exactly, located right next to Disneyland. The picture means it looks exactly like the really, it's a photograph. All right. There you go. Here we go. Now, this is not a scary fast ride, right? No. This is just like a scary ride. Some people are doing Come on, my darling. Let's take a ride. Yeah. Say hi on the way back. Say hi to me. Yeah, this is a real
Right. So I won't import that at all. I'm not happy about that. So. No, it's not going to let me just dump that straight in. Okay. That could be actually good. You're right. I'm going to see how I log in. Let's try and export again. And I'm going to have to try and remember what the password is. Oh, and this one didn't ask me my password this time, so it's obviously using the same one. Data export. Shame that this isn't working.
It is no surprise that on January 11th, 2002, less than a year after the park opened,
Column count of MySQL.properties. Oh, wonderful.
They just realized that guests visiting California Adventure would be a lot happier if they never experienced the trip.
See, this is fucking stalling my life, this. Unfortunately, I can't go onto Fiverr.com and hope someone there's got, like, fix my database for $5 either. They're all of them are off. Yeah, of course they are.
And the C-list celebrities would be replaced with classic animated Disney characters. To pull this off, Disney would take over 100 Disney figures that had been placed in Disney stores throughout the United States and move them into the new show sets. The ride as is, and over the course of a few months, introduce animatronics of the Muppets cast at various points in the ride. These characters would be wearing hard hats and be actively renovating Superstar Limo as guests rolled through. The Muppets would also be commenting on how horrible the current version of the ride was.
This is going to be hard work.
Of course,
although these are loaded.
the building continued to set. It wouldn't be until after Eisner stepped down from CEO in 2005 that the Superstar Limo space would receive a new attraction. As the first step in what would become a $1.5 billion expansion construction and renovation of California Adventure, the new management team constructed the Pixar-themed dark ride, Monsters Inc. The dark ride would take guests throughout the events of the first Monsters Inc. film, and it was set to open on January 23rd, 2006.
Okay.
That is not the end of Superstar Limo's story. Oh no. The ride very much...
I need to log into the bulletin and get my software.
Since the Monsters Inc. Dark Ride was a quick fix for the park, coming a year before the major expansion, it didn't have the budget to bulldoze the space and start over.
The problem I've got is that MySQL server running is way newer.
Utilize as much of Superstar Limo as possible. This included
downgrading the version of this MySQL file, so that's going to be a nightmare.
The film's intro animation, repurposing the limos into Monstronica's taxis, reusing the track layout, and some of the tunnel sequences. There was one more thing. Oh yeah, they stripped the C-list celebrity figures and dressed them into various animatronics throughout the ride. Some of these zombitronics are more obvious than others.
Oh, that's okay, dude. I've used both before. The problem with this isn't the MySQL, it's the fact that obviously the upgrades have made some severe... That's 32 bit. No, that's 32 bit. They've made a lot of big changes to the system, unfortunately. And the files are kind of partially compatible, but not all the way.
It is still important to remember the ride and the other missteps of
that one.
The story is a good ride with the
Notepad++.
Yep. Financial difficulty, creative gridlock, and even some pretty wacky situations. On the next, defunct title.
I used to use SQL and MySQL back when I was a contractor in the 90s. I mean, it's like old school stuff. Right. Let's see. I want to get a file. Open. Now, this is quite good with this kind of thing, usually. I mean, I haven't used it for a while, but it might work. Right. Excellent. Okay, so this is the MySQL stuff. And this is going to take a while to find. This initial stuff's all for creating the tables for the database. Well, there you go. Job done. Right, so I'm going to go through these. Create tables. Basically what I've got here is all the SQL for setting up the schema. I didn't realise that. That's cool. Okay, so tables. I need to find the VB tables. Hang on. Setting, edit, general. Fuck, I don't know how this works. Hang on, what's this do? Mute, deafen, user settings. Input device. That one. Probably works. There we go. There we go. So hopefully that works now. I don't know. I generally have no fucking clue. Right. Now I'm going to come down here and there's... God, this takes forever. This is PHP list. This is it? Oh, turn that shit off. Let's do push. Fuck off. Push the tool. There. Fucking thing. Cheers, birdie. Right,
The next step was a major expansion to Florida. This included moving the carousel progress from Disneyland into a new carousel theater, people moving the form of the Tomorrowland Transit Authority, and finally realizing Disney had just dream of an indoor coaster themed after Space Mountain. Disney approached communications company RCA to sponsor the attraction, and they agreed, providing $10 million.
I mean, the thing is, 3D Palace was running like 6 major different pieces of software at the same time at this point. I think we used VB List, which Bertie used to write the newsletter for. And that's all still on here, along with your newsletters, funnily enough. You've got the forum. I think it's the first table from when we turn to WordPress is on here as well. The thing is, I can't scroll down this too quickly, because if I do, it's going to go mental. That's the old shop, which I had to stop using that shop because it got hacked. There was like some just literally download this and hack a shop fucking things going on at the time, and it was so aggravating. If you're running a website and like everything you do is via the website, it was horrible. Right, so let it load the next bit. Ooh, Jesus. Yeah, I loved that website when it was like that. Wasn't bad that, £225 for 2 full days of training. Hey Rhapsody. Wow, this is died. Which version was that? 2007. Yeah, that was visual. That was the bulletin. That was the bulletin. Oh, I love the bulletin. No, I've just got it turned on. I've don't know if you can hear me or not. It's a useful way of staying in touch with people, man. It's weird, you see. I don't mind talking on voice chat. Flipping hate having to listen to other people on voice chat. So go figure. Maybe some sort of weird psychological thing. I just wonder. Right, there's PHP list admin. That was used for sending out emails. You should start coming across. There's the blacklists. There's a lot of blacklists. I remember you, Bertie, you were in charge of, you did put a lot of text in that.
Just 1 year after becoming chairman and CEO.
Bloody hell. Good old 3D Palace. Yeah, that's what I miss. It was silly. POG prices. Don't know if you saw that or not. There, POG prices. And that's where we set the prices of tutorials in POGs, based on how much you posted on the forum. Fucking love that. There's the download queue. And that's a list of every download every person did at that time. And there's a lot of them. Yeah, that's where it wrote the temporary data to. This contains, in these 6 lines, I think like 120,000 usernames, or user, what do you call it, email addresses. Here we are. Found it. From this point on, you see 14043. And I need to pull everything from this into a separate file.
So I'm going to go down until I get past all this. Now, a lot of this is shit. VB Diner. Diner was, for anyone who's interested anyway, Diner was like a block-based system that you could use for producing articles on a front page. Like, a bit like WordPress content management system. The thing is, it was just horrible. It looked horrible. It's just awful. So, didn't like it. As you see, there's a lot of these. The only problem I've got with this is it would have been nice if it had stored images in the database. It used to in earlier versions, but that turned out to be a massive problem, both in slowing down the system and also a security risk, because you could upload something that you could basically just hack into your database with. Oh, look, the custom avatars. So, in the end, they were all dumped off to a file which was stored subroot, which is the best place to store anything subroot. Just highly recommend it. Make sure this is working. Yeah, good. And what was it? Yeah, well, that's where the tutorials were stored as well, which was a great help. Right, there's VB Drupal, which I had installed for a while. The problem with VB was, with Development, was that if you had stuff in the bulletin and you installed a plugin, it was literally always there forever. It wouldn't go away. And it doesn't cause such a lot of bloat. Because in order to get rid of anything, you had to literally dig around in the SQL, and you had to dig around in files. And to install a plugin, it's not like today, if you've ever used something like the Bulletin or something like that, not the Bulletin, on WordPress, you can literally just, what do you call it, you can install a plugin just by clicking on its name and clicking install as a website operator, and it just does the work for you. Whereas with these, you had to upload the file, then you had to go to the old files, you had to comment outlines and change things in it, and loads of this was that. I mean, in 3D Palace, on the front end alone, I remember I used to spend so much time just trying to make the damn thing look or act properly. I don't think there's anyone left on my stream now. I should probably stop talking. Alright, we're back to the normal. This is the normal VB stuff, you see. If it's just VB underscore, then that's the actual bulletin thing. The other stuff are like plugins, of which there'll be many. We're going to get to some big loads in a minute. Because we're going to get to the stuff where people send messages or posts in particular. Infraction table, bands, infraction levels. That's okay, Bertie, I'm not sure why I'm broadcasting it, to be quite honest. You know, when you're doing something, it's like you might as well share the misery. Moderation queue. I think we're nearly at the end. Password history, Jesus. I think I'll probably just stop broadcasting, to be honest, Bertie. I'm going to turn up that Disney thing. I suggest you watch some of the histories of... oh, well, I'll keep doing it then. I don't mind. Hang on. Private messages, that'll be quite a big one. The thing is, I mean, you can see this is why it's like such a complete fucking nuisance. Look, you can see a little bit of like the messages that have been sent, like in the past. There's a message about lots of things to Eagle4, who works for Ubisoft now. Yeah, I enjoy it. Thing is, like, when Palace worked as a community, it really worked well as a community. Perhaps the most depressing part of the entire situation was that the park itself was brilliant. Spearheaded by famed Imagineer Tony Baxter, Europe's Magic Kingdom was a beautiful, classy, and quaint version of its predecessors. Oh, here's the posts. This is where it's going to get complex. But the park maintained a surprisingly calm atmosphere. The theme park equivalent to a Sunday stroll. Baxter and his team did their homework, and had it not been for their care and consideration, the outbreaks would park closed. as you can see, it's loaded a lot, like far too much now. Here we go. Here's all the posts. Look. Here you go. Here's a couple of seconds for you of nostalgia. Let's have a look at some of these names. Ferocious Simplicity, I remember. Sandman Ninja. Lovely bloke, Sandman Ninja. Scorpion 77 and Ragu. There's Ragu. Who I believe's in the channel, or was. Yeah, I hated the fact they took themselves so sort of seriously, to be honest. That's kind of what drove me nuts. And I always knew that I was like very much third fiddle to that kind of shit. So I didn't really care about the pretentiousness. There we go.
One of his first projects was art director in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Sunward Voyage, which was to debut at the Magic Kingdom Walt Disney World on opening day. This would only be the first of many times.
Whatever is in here is obviously huge. Yep. Posting notices. I'm going to be careful how I do this now, because otherwise I can basically fuck up my selection. That would make me very, very sad, so I have to go do all of this again. Okay, might speed up a bit now, because it tends to unload stuff and put it into other things. Prove its permissions. I mean, the problem I'm going to have with this is definitely going to be things like, oh yeah, system paths and things like that. There's all these things that changed. Like, servers now are completely different to how they used to be. I mean, email hasn't changed. It's still ancient stuff. No worries, dude. I'm going to go and watch videos about Disneyland. Let's you try that. Be interested. Oh, yeah, they used to charge people for them. Can you hear me, Captain Big Butt? I don't know. Okay. There we go, back. Oh, it's this thing. I'm working with quite a lot of data, literally in raw form. So. No, I was just wondering if Captain Big Butt, whether he/she/ can hear me. Oh, fuck me, this is so slow now. On either. That's on either. Just to make it easier, I don't have to type back if you can hear me. Oh, God, this is slow. I forget how much data's on here now. Oh, that's the session data. Yeah, we worked out about £20 and it was, on average our tutorials were about 30 hours. It's because I fucking hate jump cuts. If there was a jump cut, I just stopped watching the tutorial. I mean, I still don't watch many tutorials. Trust me, like, the tutorial business is a weird business. It really is. It's like having a viral YouTube video. If you get it right, you get it right. And if you don't, it just doesn't get anywhere. It's weird. I mean, the first one I did, if it hadn't been successful the way the APE was, I'd probably never have made any of the other ones. I mean, it's still the most successful tutorial I think I ever sold. I mean, I've never sold tutorials before the APE. And, God, I think after 1 week I was able to buy myself a custom-made dual-core Xeon. Not Xeon, yeah, Xeon.
with a quattro graphics card. It's just surreal. I would agree. I don't know if Kevin Big like me, he might have said, but I would agree with what he says there. I think Patreon is very much the way to go, in the way that sponsor membership used to be. It's just, the difficulty is basically getting people to use it. You know, is 3D still helping get people's interest? And if it is, what's going to make them go back to 3D Palace? Because a lot of people have forgotten about 3D Palace and no one's finding it anymore. And I mean, I know a lot of that is because generally I didn't give a fuck. However, I do like having someone to teach, otherwise I don't bother doing anything. Eventually my beard will get so big that I get lost in it and just never see it again. Oh my god, there's so much database. What's really annoying is I know that someone's going to drop in, like, at some point, and they'll see this video that I posted up, and they'll be like, oh, you could have just typed and then 3 letters, and it will select all these things. Even I don't know what TMNT is. I suspect, users. If we're users, that means we're getting near. It also means this is going to take a while to load. There we go. Very first user installed after the crash was, of course, Mr. Allblue. This is going to take a while, by the way. Okay. Because what I can do is, if I can find a way to just import this chunk of data, I can install a newer forum that allows an import from the bulletin. Oh, no, you'd know if you watched the door go. He will be here.
No, but go on your Just Eat account.
Why?
Because I use John.
Pardon?
I use John order.
Oh, I got an email.
Did you?
Yeah, I got an email saying it was confirmed and everything.
Oh, no. What are you doing? Looks really not.
What am I typing again? Yeah, that's basically what 3D Palace was. It was basically fucking...
Lots of codes.
No, it was pre-YouTube. It was like a YouTube blog. Sorry, I'm just talking to people online more. Yeah, I mean, I was basically doing what people do now with vlogging, but I was doing it in kind of model form, and like teaching form.
Known for his extensive detailing of the scientific concepts that he included in his novels.
I think you're going to find, like, current tutorial ideas a very, very hard sell. I mean, we looked for a long time at doing things more along the lines of TV Palace. But the main problem with TV Palace wasn't that we couldn't do it. It was that editing it at the time was just impossible. And now, I mean, it used to be that I had Squidlove up here. He was a massive help. But now, obviously, with being kind of just me, I can get the family a help, but I feel so embarrassed getting them help.
So when it came time to build Discoveryland at Euro Disneyland, an area drawing inspiration from the work of
So look, what's that? Oh no, sorry, mate.
Yes.
I'll have tea better stand up. Could you bring me a can of my beer, please? And that would be super.
Okay.
Thank you. What a treasure he is. The one who just said gay and wandered off was, funny enough, in TV Palace episode 2, and he was the very small child whose head I put into the computer. Oh god, yeah, there's no shortage. Anything that existed would have to exist in its own separate... I'm not having the cheese, but thank you. would have to exist in its own separate universe. Yeah, Bertie, check this out. Look. Head down a bit, down a bit, down a bit. Look that way, that way. See this enormous 19-year-old is that boy that I pushed into the computer all those years ago. What again?
You beated me.
Well, that's what I had to do, son.
3D Palace still owes me compensation.
Good luck on that. Those be wages that I'm not going to be getting.
Donate £1 for slave labour.
Good man. Off you go. I approve, actually. That's good thinking. Tutorials where I just beat you with a stick. Like that. Oh, don't know if you heard that bit, Bertie, actually. Oh no, he's playing Mashinki, so he probably didn't. And I'm still doing this. Yeah.
Non-riders within the pavilion can even watch the coaster speed through the stars from areas referred to as telescopes.
Getting very close now. VBSEO, back when SEO was still relatively new.
That would never come to fruition, and it is quite obvious why. While the idea itself seems great,
YouTube was picking up interest, so a lot of sites were trying to use kind of emulation of that in a way. I paid $250 for some code, and it was shit. Absolute pants.
They would have the funds necessary to build Discovery Mountain. On top of this, they could probably take advantage of the marketing push to send to bring new guests into the resort, but encourage past.
Is there anything? I don't know if anyone's actually like live in the Twitch stream, but if anyone's saying anything in there, I won't know.
Less than half of what was expected, and the hotels are so ending investors, then Euro Disney continues. That would be a happy end in the tradition of the Disney universe.
I keep forgetting I can say words.
Disney support was promised. The involved parties really only had
Selective.
WP3, we're out. That's it. Gone.
because that was the day
There.
of the annual shareholders meeting. Euro Disney SCA would need to be able to report some sort of
That's it.
update on the restructuring
Edits.
and assurance of Disney support to avoid the bankruptcy.
Copy.
Somehow, on March 14th, the day before the shareholders meeting,
I'm glad I've got 32 gigs of memory.
both
You.
Disney, the creditor banks, and the local
Ah.
Saudi firms invested in the resort. The banks also forgave interest payments and intent to decrease the large debt. While the deal allowed the resort to avoid bankruptcy, all of the measures of the restructuring were temporary. The banks deferred interest for 3 years, and Disney would not demand royalty payments from the resort for 5, practices that could not be continued for
Good.
It was clear that the restructuring was not a solution for both
Good
parties.
as.
They were stuck. While the executives and investors were dealing with the financial issues, the Imagineers were partnered. Due to the lack of funds, Tim Delaney and his team knew that they would not be able to create the Discovery Mountain plan in its entirety, but this did not stop them from implementing a few key ideas. The first step to the expansion was to build a lagoon in Discovery Land where a large model of the Nautilus would be placed. Guests could enter the
Yeah,
city with
people basically, like I say, I don't know if you can hear me on that podcast and pick that, but
the entrance suite actually takes them to a completely separate showroom.
like I said,
And the
it's like
Nautilus seen outside is
out
merely
in my school.
The Mysteries of the Nautilus debuted on July 4th, 1994. By then, a ginormous structure with a familiar shape already loomed behind it. While the Imagineers did not have the budget for it in its
That was
original
done manually.
they had found the funds to build a Discovery Mountain. Instead of a pavilion filled with attractions, this conical structure would feature just one, the enclosed coaster.
I mean, it's like anything basically. If it gets viral and a bit popular, then yeah, people are going to buy it. This is true, but
Destination outer space. Your speed is finite. Your closest encounter, asteroids. Between the Earth and the Moon lies the adventure. Space Mountain, the greatest ride in the universe. Disneyland Paris. The new ride was named Discovery Mountain throughout production and construction. However, around a month before the ride opened, management was convinced that Space Mountain would be more effective in marketing, so the name was changed to Space Mountain from the outset. Since the attraction was so popular,
well, mate,
this decision was made.
that was
It
really
decided
quite
to
bad.
be created with the initials D. After pouring all the money Euro Disney could find into construction and marketing, Space Mountain, from the Earth to the Moon, opened on June 1st, 2024.
Right. Right. That was good, wasn't it? Oh, I'm being messaged by someone. Fuck off. Right. So I've managed to now extract the VB, which is in here, and will be there. Okay, so this is extracted VB, so it's only 12. That seems very, very fucking small, doesn't it? That seems smaller than I would have expected.
It was immediately clear that this was much different than any one that had come before. For one, the exterior copper finish was highly stylistic, blending in perfectly with the rest of the
How the
sculpture.
hell could that be so
The
small?
bronze cannon attached to the side of the mountain provided an incredible exterior show. Every few minutes, the cannon would pop, and out of the barrel would come a bullet containing screaming gas. Perfectly placed smoke effects.
Either it hasn't finished extracting yet. No, that's not.
As guests entered the queue, they were surprised to
We
find
don't
themselves
understand that at all.
in the middle of the line, with trains and special effects surrounding them, giving a preview of what was to come.
Unless it didn't copy everything across.
In which drawings and results here that a member of the club started a space mountain, and drawings of his machines were also on display. After waiting for the majority of the queue inside, guests exit onto the side of the mountain. The loading station is outside, as guests need to enter the space event in order to be shot.
Actually, I don't know what's happening in the background. Oh, it's the history of Disneyland. There you go. I'll turn it off. I watch weird things in the background when I'm doing, like, working. I can't explain it. But this has not worked. Or has it? No, it has. No, it hasn't. At all. Well, shit. Okay. So let's go and reopen this fucking thing again. Right. Click shift. There we go. Edit. Find. So search, find, and we look for the first calling of VB underscore. I'm also going to make it so that this stream is unable to be recorded. So let's put on Faith No More. And we'll have them live at download in 2009. There we go. Just loud enough that any YouTube style copyright software will pick it up and immediately try and monetize it. Fine, next. Oh, this is awkward. I'm going to try and do this in a different way. I'm going to stop the audio casting anyway. What do you guys make?